I should be. It says I should be back. Yes. Yes. Okay. Nice. Alright. Where is me? Yeah. Alright. We're here. Sorry about that. Welcome, MX Mystic.
Hello.
So, let's see. What else was happening? You know, a lot of this stuff, you know, I got back into doing conceptual stuff. I put out a clean version of spring cleaning. Because I put out a clean video for spring cleaning. It just seemed like, it was spring. So it was the spring after putting it out, and I felt like now's the time to do that. Bleedin' was a song that a friend of mine I met at a convention gave me. And I liked it. I changed the lyrics a little bit, but it's just a really good acoustic song. It's just a really good sad ballad, and I'm all about that shit. So I took it. It's got a cool 7-chord in it. I like it. Aesthetic had also been in my head since probably 2013. And my goal with it was, like, you know, for the last thing that I do, like, you know, in a certain, like, you know, kind of definitive, like, I'm just fucking with my style now sort of thing, I want to include a thing where there's a section where it's just samples of all of my shit played really fast. And so there's, like, pages in a notebook where the interlude for this... Zeitgeist stood stagnant now. That's all like samples of a bunch of different pads and shit that I've used. And the riff that it's playing is from a song called Something to Cry About, which is from an album from way the fuck back. What if I... This is another song. Instrumental for this had been sitting around for a while in a Guitar Pro file. And the lyrics just sort of came to me. I was kind of thinking along the same lines as Daydreamer. But in sort of like a, you know, self-affirmation, sort of talking about affirmations. View from the Upswing is kind of just me bitching about, you know, like how I tried to have conversations with people that would be about, you know, ideas, things, concepts, you know, interesting, you know, stuff that I liked, stuff that I was into, things that I would watch, things that I would hear. You know, I like to have conversations about things that I enjoy doing, things that I want to think about that make me intrigued and inspired about the universe. And sometimes you run into people that just want to talk about other people and their problems and talking shit. I just can't talk to those people. And I dug up a hook from another old album, and I did this song with it. You don't gotta talk down for fun. I'm only up and up. It had been in my head for years and years and years. I'm finally glad I got that one out there. 24 is basically the song 724. And all of the lyrics, oh, let's just go through this. Let's just do this right now. Mirrors might be semi-silvered, like I tried too hard to be. That's a reference to trying too hard. So the fear that gives me shivers, are they looking back at me? They're out there for me, I know it. Too far away to see, but I'm always moving toward it. It's getting hard to breathe, I don't know why. There's that, it's a smoke damage thing. I'm done putting walls up on the fly and bluffing out battle cries. Battle cries, the first song. Running and hiding from life. That's literally 2 names. And then the end of Another July. It had been in a year since 8 Julys. Talking, I'll tell you I'm fine while I up a tally of tries between demo track and finalizing who would bat an eye. God. Yeah, this is a very specific thing that I'm gonna roll past. Too many phrases I got out in Parent. Well, but who bet an eye is from Sleep. Too Too many phrases I got out in parentheticals with a day's wasted chasing hypotheticals. Who did that goddamn draw and pull me through my obstacles? Literally, this was another phrase that just detached from anything had been in my head as like a phrase I wanted to use as lyrics for a while. I left a gap to the way that it was before. Some words occurred to hurt me more, but none seemed to follow me home. So, some of the most traumatic experiences I had kind of like rolled into each other and were relative to each other. And once I moved back, once I moved back and changed my like social circle, like all of that just stopped happening. Like I stopped having like traumatic shit come up day in and day out. And, you know, I learned to move past a lot of shit, and it helped, and I didn't realize, like, sometimes it's not anyone's intentions, sometimes it's just the environment you need. But you need to, like, start fresh, talk to different people, And especially, most people that meet each other for the misery, most people that meet each other in the whole misery loves company sense online. It's hard to be. It's hard to sometimes, look out for yourself, Twitch machine got unplugged. Oh, I'm sorry. You're back, though. Prayed for love and some fell out of it. There's that thing before that says don't pray to fall in love because the universe has to contort a lot to make that happen. That's sort of also relevant to that. Had a chance, needed life spelled out a bit. Habits kept me numb to too many parts of this, but my heart felt all of it. That's just me bitching about myself and my relationships. Before we get into the same boat, I gotta build one myself. Too many seas to roam, too many tales to tell. This is a reference to couple other songs. One on the album, and then Ships and Bottles on the last album. The ties don't pull me down, I asked into what life's about. This line I cut. My heart's on fire, my soul too frozen cold to put it out. So I gave lifetime for the smoke to clear, smoke damage. No tying me down, I'm still here. Fucking... ties. Oh, I know, I'm so lucky. This is like kind of an answer to the line in Astrocartographer, hello, lucky, there you are. And Aster as a character is 7 in my mythos. And what's telling me is my best was just willing to say yes to anything anyone said with a quote it meant. If you saw a character in me, you got one to someone, you want to see it would be easier if that was me. It's sort of following up a machine. This is more stuff about trauma. I put my past in melodies that don't hurt anymore. Essentially the theme of this whole album. What's after that? Odd One Out. This is another guitar song, like sort of like Themes. Themes is like an easier version of this guitar thing, but I've been practicing this for years too. And you're not one, aren't you? Had been just in my head forever. And that one's pretty straightforward. It's about, different perspectives on being queer and like how you're perceived by society. That's all I write about. Sunrise, I don't know why the fuck the Hayam case text up here is on a bright background. That's a stupid idea. I don't know why I did that. But this is just talking about how, like, even though a bunch of shit can seem dark, like, you can always, like, get up with sunrise and, make the most of the challenges ahead of you. Easy Way Out is another song that sat in a fucking guitar profile for years. And it's just me doing a loud, like, anger song. It's kind of my take on, Can't Get My Head Around You. by The Offspring, I guess. Reading Vibes isn't on. This is just something Jared and I wrote, but it's not on the album. This is for the next thing we do. Waves. Dude wrote most of this, so Dude could say more than I could. I had my own vibes that I was just sort of pulling out of the chords that we were fucking with. But most of this song was like Dude's brainchild. And there was like a bit where I read over the lyrics and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I don't really feel that. And then like I came back to it like right before we were like supposed to talk about it, and then like I just had a whole long fucking day. And then like, I read over the lyrics again and I was like, those lyrics actually just described exactly the fucking day I went through, so let's not change anything. So, Dude sort of like read my shell at some point. If you want to say anything about that, you can have that chat, dude. Oh my god. 7:34 already? I've been talking for this goddamn long? Crazy. Oh my god. And that was the last song I put out for here. So, that's all of that. Oh, and then there's Friends. Oh boy, Friends. This song's so old. I kept talking about the backstory of this song like forever, but this song's so old. And if you notice, like, by the time I get into, like, toward the end of Stuff I Can't Keep, life events stopped happening. Because I moved into my own apartment, and then everything was fine. I moved into my own apartment, I stopped talking to people that I met in the Homestuck fandom. Like most people I met in the Homestuck fandom. And then everything was fine. And now I could think about other shit. So, that's essentially the story of I Am Case. Jacqueline's a whole other fucking monster. And I can't really explain this yet. I say a lot of shit on streams when I'm working on it, but I can't explain this shit yet. I'm thinking of what to do for the rest of the stream. Still some people chilling here. I got to the end of the retrospective. And that's it. There's not a whole lot I can say about each of these. It's been about 3 years of doing this nonstop. 4 years? Was this 2013? 2014. Okay. So it's been 3 years I've been doing this nonstop on Patreon. Some say it. Some say it don't, but it really do be like that sometimes. I don't even know what you're referring to. But I do know that sometimes they don't think it be like it is, but it do. Oh. I'm gonna read this. You do the same things for 3 months, you slowly begin to understand the space around you. Walking through empty parking lots kind of let me realize how close I am to literally no one. You have to be self-sufficient for a long time before you have a revelation, like the waves go up and it's not enough. But you need to get to a certain point to end the for me. That's interesting. That's an interesting take on that. That's I mean, like, a take on it. I mean, like, it's your lyrics, but like that's like you've told me different bits of that. I like the way that you've worded that. I like that song's just got like a whole vibe that it communicates, and I love it. Um, I guess I keep talking about what's gonna happen in 2019, but who's your fucking? Do y'all remember I used to do like radio play shit way back on my old Carcat blog? Because I'm gonna be doing that again. Also gonna be writing up a bunch more lore and throwing some crazy infographic shit at all of you guys. And I'm just gonna sort of wing it. I have a whole story in my head. I have a whole universe in my head. I know how I can steer through this cloud, but I'm gonna start something. And it's gonna be I want to see how it. I want to see what you guys think of it, because this year could be a year of just me doing more music and me just doing straight music with some lore on the side, or me doing a lot of lore and this turning into a soundtrack for it. So that's where we're at. There's 3 more characters in this harmonic series thing that I'm going to be doing. And then, by then, I think the character EP format is going to be, like, established, and I kind of just want to, just explore this universe. Pick different people and then go through 7 aspects of their personality and just do that for everyone the Etcetraverse to tell the story. Because I've gone through me enough. Y'all know me. Y'all know me inside and out. There is not a fucking detail. Okay, there's a lot of details about my life you probably don't know from the summary. But most of the ones that have, like, made me who I am, a lot of my formative shit, kind of happened over the course of doing these 3 albums. So, it's weird. You can listen back basically to all of my thoughts between last month and age 17 by listening to these 3 albums. And, you know, sort of scattered, sort of a gradient, but pretty linearly a development from how I thought about myself back at like 17, 18 to how I think of myself now, and the places that my life has gone. Life's a crazy fucking adventure, and I'm so glad to just settle down and tell some adventures. And the Etcetraverse is going to... The Etcetraverse is going live. And I've been working on this shit for like 10 years. I've been, you know, I've been putting on all this music, trying to keep myself going. And, I'm just glad that I got here, honestly. I'm just glad that I've gotten to this point. A lot of things make a lot of sense, and I feel like I'm ready to take a leap. It's great. All of these albums could be akin to a draw in my life, if you remember. Yeah. I'm not very good at just linearly telling a story because there's just so much, and you know, I've just had to explore the different like feelings and angles behind all of the relatively few but pronounced life events that I've had. And it is sort of a draw my life. It's just me using, and you know, you can sort of like, this is all camp, you know, nostalgia fodder kind of shit. Like, you know, this music is fun to do. I don't do it because it's groundbreaking. I'm not trying to like invent some new style or whatever. I'm literally just using a bunch of shit I grew up with and the sounds that are familiar to me and just like, you know, having fun with it and like saying something, using it to say something. And as I go through life now, there's just so many more sounds that I hear that I want to put into things. But yeah, I got 15 minutes left. So, I'm thinking. Friday, I'm probably gonna start another beat for, Crow's Eyed. So that'll be fun. I just wanted to do a, like, hey guys, I'm back. Let's just go over everything and recap where the fuck I'm at now. But, my life is magic. My life feels like fucking magic. There's that whole Jupiter shit that happened last year, too. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. The scariest thing to me was when I looked through my signature notebook and found out that the signature that I honed years ago and had been using was like a curvy Jupiter symbol. That freaked me out. I didn't know what to think of my life at that point. I felt like... I don't know. This year's fucking magic. I don't know what to say. I think I should to work on today. Wish I did. I have a guitar now. You just are a Jupiter. Yeah. Basically. What? What? Huh? Oh, is this bone? What's up with this? I don't like that. What's up with you? Oh, it's stuck under the fret. That's weird. Yeah. Nice. Where's my sound? Yeah. Right about there. I want to hear more of me. Sometimes I feel the fear of the uncertainty stinging clear, and I can't help but ask myself whether I'll let the fear take the wheel and steer. It's driven me before, and it seems to be the way that everyone else gets around. But lately I'm beginning to find that when I drive myself, my light is found. Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there with open arms and open eyes, yeah. Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. I'll be there. God. It's 7:51. I got 9 minutes left. Suggest a song. Throw song titles at me. Probably one of my own, so I'd like for sure know it.
I keep thinking of joke songs.
Like what?
He's never gonna give you up.
I don't even know the chords for that. That's a lie. God. Monsters nearby. Oh man. Let me get a capo out just so I, whatever fucking suggestions there are. I can. Let's see. Where's my music bag? My throat feels so dry. Yeah. Wow. Chords. So bad at this. a mirror. Okay, I can't fucking do the song apparently. It used to be when I just used to be able to like pull out. I sure rehearse my own songs. Getting out of bed's hard enough, but getting in is tough when outside sounds I can't stand won't go away. You'll hear to try harder, you'll hear to lay back. That voice behind the polarized advice can be the same. The dark's more confusing than tiring. Low lights with eyes wide open for creatures I've heard are versed in hiding. Some with fangs, some with horns, some with claws, some with oriented. Amazing how many strange things pop in your head. In bed, it's hard to sleep like this, thinking of all these strange things when you should rest. 'Cause it's hard to sleep like this when there's monsters nearby. I'm dead tired, I'm dead tired, I'm dead tired, but there's monsters nearby. I'm dead tired, I'm dead tired, I'm dead tired, but there's monsters nearby. Everything you've seen, I'm sure, out of ways to hide. Though you may have gotten bit before, it takes a little more to die. You've only told advice like, why don't you bite back? Well, that's nice, but I've tried, and the metaphor doesn't work like that. But the venom in your veins speaks volumes to all the silhouettes you can't compare. And you know if you don't run, they're gonna catch you. But I can bet you there's nothing there. Ain't it amazing how many strange things pop in your head? In bed, it's hard to sleep like this, thinking of all these strange things when you should rest. 'Cause it's hard to sleep like this when there's monsters nearby. I'm dead tired, I'm dead tired, I'm dead tired, but there's monsters nearby. I'm dead tired, 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 there's monsters nearby.
Yay.
Yeah, my throat's so dry. My throat's so dry. I hit every note in the chorus, though. That's all I was trying to do. I will consider it sort of an accomplishment for me that even though I can be out of breath, I can still hit notes now. I couldn't do that shit last year. I didn't know what a diaphragm was. At a ghost, a hollow shell love for myself, with the light that escaped from hell. I'm desperate for something else. The poison mill grinds to a halt. I got caught up in my own faults. I take pauses, but I won't stall. This will not fall. Ah. I can't play that shit and sing it at the same time. Ran out of breath, idling, toxins keep. Ran out of breath, idling, toxins keep me smiling. And it's old bottles try. I can't do that shit. Oh, fucking, I totally forgot to mention about aesthetic. There's an old song I did that's referenced in, on the album. So don't say it's the end of the world when tears stream from your eyes. Every rung of your letter's broken, and I can't say that I'm surprised. And no, I won't forget your sorrow. I won't forget how it came to be. You know damn well how you got here, and I can't treat you like royalty. Yeah.
Weren't you gonna play light pollution at the end?
Huh?
Weren't you gonna play light pollution at the end?
Was like, oh yeah, it was that video. It was the video for light pollution.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Everybody even
It's 8:01.
Oh.
It's 8:01 and I can still do this. So, without further ado, I'm gonna duck out of this stream. I'm gonna start closing down. And, I'm gonna let you guys, see this here video here. One more. Give me a second to figure out how to make the screen eternal. Or wait, no. How do I do that? Oh, I don't have a setting for that. Well, never mind.
Aw.
No, I'll do it. There we go. And let's take that. Let's take me away. Yeah. Good night, guys. I'll see you guys Friday. Have this video. One more. That's not the video. That's not the video. Wrong video.
Oh no.
Where is it? Sorry. This is the video.
It's long past sunset, the weather's less than mild. I gotta walk, but most of where I go is less than a mile away. And I miss the quiet, I miss the dark, I miss all the things we had before this fell apart. In the shadows of the flicker fading, there's no one celebrating. There's no more solstices. You wonder why that is, when all of us don't like how the world turns. rest of us wish we could see the stars, though it's hard to see through all the fake lights. But the stars are out tonight. Stars are out tonight. Stars are out tonight. Tripping on pavement cracks, sidewalks uneven. The faces come and go, but they're all talking leaving. 'Cause they say they hate it here, I wouldn't disagree. But if you think the skies are clearer there, you'll be lost when all you see are shadows in the flicker fading, and no one celebrating. There's no more solstices, you wonder why that is, when all of us don't like how the world turns, plotting out our lives on detail charts. Though some of you may want the world to burn, the rest of us wish we could see the stars, though it's hard to see through all the fake lights. But the stars are out tonight. The stars are out tonight. The stars are out tonight. Though it's hard to see through all the fake lights, but the stars are out tonight.
Good night. Good luck. Keep climbing. Do not ever look down.